Well, they might reach it now. He's bid 4 clubs.
Yeah.
4 heart Q bid, 4 spade Q bid. If 4 hearts denies any sort of diamond control, then North is kind of duty bound to keep going.
Yes, and it's very important for intermediate players to understand that if South bids 4 hearts, 4 spades by North obviously promises a statement, but also a diamond, promising a control in the suit partner has denied a control in, because if you don't have that, there's no point in continuing with Q bids. Just bid 5 clubs then. Interesting, in the other room, 1 club past 2 clubs. Oh, I see it. Oh, of course, yes, 1 club by North. 2 clubs inverted race. 3 hearts past 4 hearts. Makes sense?
Yep. Sort of a similar situation to this auction, really. The 4 heart sounds like a Q bid denying diamond control, just like the 4 heart here.
Yes. And Mac will be delighted now, I think. Spade and diamond control. Louder, please, both of you. Thank you. Well, I think you may have a problem with the sliders. Do you know that you can adjust the sliders along our names? Just move them to your right if it's not loud enough. Well, they didn't bid it, so an opportunity for Schwartz if they bid it in the other room. You may argue, well, it's not a bargain. Spade 3-3 or King Queen of Diamonds on side. Yeah. Or maybe a squeeze.
I do argue it, Ron. I think they've had the right auction, particularly when the 3 heart bid comes along, sort of suggesting that the breaks might not be even. And indeed, the club doesn't divide, but the spades do. So I think this is a pretty good auction. I mean, Mexstroth has clearly made a slam try, but just because partner has the ace of spades and a diamond control, that doesn't exactly make 6 clubs a lay down.
No, the 10 of diamonds in the north hand would have made it so much better.
Well, it could be argued that Rodwell might have bid 6 diamonds with 6 clubs with the 10 of diamonds or the jack of spades. I mean, who knows? He's got a kind of a nice hand in the sense that his 3 honour cards are all pulling their weight. And I don't think you can bid these hands with total accuracy, and on the whole I think it's a pretty good auction.
Oh, so it will be a swing. 6 clubs it is, the other table, and that's what Schwartz needs. Early road. That should make it exciting. We all know what that means. That's 11 imps. We've tried it so many times. Non-vulnerable slam swing. So we better check the listeners to see if they have problems hearing us. Can someone send me a private message, please? It was only that user. I got fine. No, thanks anyway. All okay, loud and clear. It's fine, loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear. Good. All is well. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this would actually also have worked if I'm being the south hand with the honor on side.
Well, that play seems to be the double squeeze. Because I think the double squeeze would have involved cashing the ace of diamonds, and he can't do that now without destroying his heart menace. So now it's back to a simple squeeze against East.
Not 420?
Yeah, 420, I think. Not that it's going to make any difference.
No. Same 11.
Speak to us, Al. What's that, two clubs? Clubs in another, perhaps?
I think it's ambiguous. It's the Macwell defense, funnily enough, to one no trump.
Well, they should certainly be playing that.
They insisted on 5. Of course, when you're 5, you insist on 5. Partner, we couldn't make more. clubs and a major. So 2 diamonds asking for the major. Well, it might be tempting to raise here. It very much depends how much wet spades, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, I think it could be argued that the 3-heart bid wasn't in any way invitational. It was just a push. If Rodwell had had a more serious hand, he would have found some other bid. He has a lot of them to choose from. 3 diamonds, 2 no trumps.
Yes.
Well, at least 2 of them to choose from.
Yes. Two game tries, so 3 hearts is merely competitive. Well, they were never going to beat this, were they?
No, it's actually a pretty good lead, really, because with the clubs 3-3, this is a classic frozen suit. The diamonds, whoever leads it technically gives a trick away in it. This might be their best bet if Lindqvist happens to return the 2, and De Clara might go up with the jack. But of course Lindqvist was just as fooled as, was fooled by the queen lead. He was expecting the jack in support.
Now, the trouble for De Clara here is that he cannot reach dummy immediately to lead a heart up. But he's just... He can, of course, now that everything is high, play hearts from hand and give up 3 trump tricks. And that's what he's doing. So they're still playing board 1 in the other room. Well, what a friendly lie in 4 spades here. And what a fit. Singleton diamond opposite 3 small. One heart is spades. I'm told the slam can be made. Yeah, I can see the cards, but they're not going to bid a slam. Mm. Misclick, of course. Four spades right. So pass missing.
He'll work it out when he tries to make an opening lead.
Yes, Kate Aker had a few of those earlier today. She must be extremely tired. It's been on all week, so it is really grueling. Have you tried, Bill, to be an operator?
Yes, I have once, but not an all-week type thing. And yeah, it requires a little bit of concentration for sure. What's the betting? 11 or 12?
So the 11 imp scored or won?
That looks like 12 tricks. Yes, can rough both the diamonds.
Yes, but the 12 tricks isn't really Brogeland's concern. It's all about making 10. First of all, spades could be 4-1 for a start. But I think he'll win the ace of spades and rough a diamond. Why not? Cross to a heart and rough another diamond. King, maybe? Small? Okay. That was a strange trick, really, wasn't it? 10 low. Yeah,
Well, like the low. I mean, I don't understand why he didn't do what Kit said, just rough the diamond. But there you go, he's made the same 12 tricks he could have made another way.
Yes. We have to be prepared for losing the end game on a few hands. When they play fast, they didn't play fast here, but when they play fast, it's impossible for the operator to follow the play, and then we'll just see a claim at some point. It normally doesn't create a problem because we can see what the end result will be. Bergen race, 3 or more spades, and eternal values.
Oh. Some sort of adjusted Bergen. I always thought that was meant to be a 4-card race.
Mm-hmm. It is. So it's modified Bergen, if you like. What do you want me to call it? A limit race. Okay. Well, Rodwell knows that he can choose. He can win it or he can let it go. Because either partner has the 10 or jack, and if he doesn't, then he has no more diamonds.
Well, I think he might let this go. I mean, if partner does have the 10 or jack, it might be wise to duck it, eh? Rather than crash the suit. The question is, if he does let it go, is he losing his queen of diamonds? So it's not surprising he's having a good old think about this one.
There's one exception now. They don't play reverse Drury. But you're talking about... There's no live video for ACBL events, but I'm happy to tell you that today they do play the same boards at both tables.
Really tough for Rodwell here. He's blind option, very little sight. He has no idea what's going on. So apparently he claimed one off. So there you go.
Yeah, and I told you that we have to be prepared for this. But we knew that he was going one off, so no harm done. Two diamonds is a weak two in a major. 2 to 7. Were you here yesterday when Brogalan had a Yarborough, where he had no points and opened two diamonds? Were you there?
No. So not much point saying 2 to 7 then, eh?
No, but it can be less than 2. We saw that yesterday. He had 5-5 in the majors, so he didn't even know which suit he had. 5-5, 1-2. First in hand, 2 diamonds.
No trumps, really?
No, 2
Right.
West. I told you the operator is tired.
I have to admit I would have doubled with the south cards. I like personally to have the opportunity when a multi is open in and share some points. But clearly that's not Meckwell's approach.
I don't think this approach is best, to let 3 diamonds show a max with spades. I like 3 clubs to show a max with any suit, because then you can right-side the contract. 3 diamonds, a relay, and then you bid the suit you don't have, the major you don't have, and you make the strong hand declare. It's no problem here, but you might create a problem, because I assume that they have to bid 3 spades then, if they have a max.
Well, this one's more user-friendly. Spades 2-2, and that's about it. Nothing really else of interest on this deal. Sometimes called the trash multi, very aptly named. So quite a common approach is to play sound weak 2s in the majors, and with the rubbish hand, of which East is a splendid example, open 2 diamonds.
Much stronger than his partner yesterday. Yes, I play that myself, Bill. 2 diamonds. I don't play it as 2-7. I play it as 4-8, and 2 of a major becomes 9-11.
What a solid and conservative citizen you are, Roland, insisting on 4 points for the opening bid.
Yeah. And there's no requirement to suit quality if you open 2 diamonds. You don't have to have a strong suit. It will be difficult to bid, will it not, when East doesn't open. Then South will open. Pass 1 club. And there you are. Wouldn't you overcall 1 no trump, Bill? After 1 club. Or would you, sorry, you would double.
Double.
You would double. And what would East bid? 1 spade, right? So you can bid 2 spades now to show a strong hand. Will East accept? I mean, will he bid again?
No. You wouldn't think so, would you? 2 points is 2 points. It's very nice to have the ace of hearts opposite your singleton and all that other stuff. But I think they would need help from the opponents. Maybe one club double, one heart by North. Now East stick in a very cheeky one spade, and South support, and West then bit a spade game because he can visualise the heart shortage opposite. I think you're going to need some sort of assistance from the opponents to reach this game.
Yeah. And it's not a bargain, is it? I mean, basically, it requires spades 2-2. Or a singleton honour in the South hand. So it's around 40% non-vulnerable, so not a great game.
Inventive line of play by Broggerland there.
Well, singleton honour by South will help. Now, the reason he advanced the Jack of Spades was that he was hoping to pin the 10 in the North hand.
Yeah. Well, it's not the percentage way to play the suit in isolation, but of course Boyer's not playing this game in isolation. He's down a lot. Maybe he was playing a bit of a swing game there. I don't know.
Uh-huh. So they won't lose there.
Playing a dummy reversal of some sort, roughing all three hearts. I don't know.
Yeah, the only high spade out is the Queen. I see. So even if hearts had been 5-3, it would have been okay. Now, I was talking about the hand where Boyer was in 4 spades, was it not? Well, he got the lead of the King of Diamonds at this table, went down after catching Ace-King of Spades. In the other room, Schwartz got off to a better lead, the Jack of Hearts. And now the contract has no chance. They do play transfer responses to one club, so after one diamond overcall, double just shows hearts, doesn't promise spades. If it had been a natural system without transfer responses, one club, one diamond, double by West would normally be 4-4 in the majors.
What do you reckon for North here? 1 spade? 3 spades? 2 spades? 4 spades? I'll get them all in.
You don't like Fitbits. So is 2 or 3 spades supposed to be spades plus diamond support? Not the way you play.
Oh no, I do like Fitbits. That's a possibility.
Oh yes, it wasn't you. It was John Swanson. He doesn't like Fitbits. He likes splinters.
I like splinters too. I like them all. But I think in this situation where partner's overcalled, a splinter bid is not really a useful tool. I far prefer a fit showing jump. Here I suspect three spades was just spades. It gives Rodwell another tricky decision at these colours. Should he sacrifice? If so, in what? Spades, presumably. It'll be a phantom, I think. I don't think four hearts is making.
No. No.
I could be wrong, but it looks like two clubs, a diamond and a trump.
Yes. Not easy, is it? Remember, he doesn't know anything about West spades. So if he bids again, I think it'll be four spades rather than five diamonds.
Is he allowed to double in their method, saying, I want to save, you choose? Didn't they invent that sort of concept? A sort of double suggesting a sacrifice?
I heard about that, yes. I want to say, but I'm not sure. Isn't that what it means? That double?
Well, that's how I understood it, yeah. Anyway, I think, as Kit points out, having bid three spades, he's kind of nailed his colours to the mast. A bid three spades and then four spades is kind of a beginner's error. In that situation, you should have bid four spades in the first place. So by bidding three spades, I think he was committed to either passing out four hearts or doubling it.
When I first heard about that double, I like to sacrifice partner, but I'm not sure. I thought it would be better to call it you make the final error partner double.
Yeah, also known as the blame transfer bid. So here's one for anyone, including the written commentators. I think we're probably all a little surprised at Rodwell's auction, but is there a theory here that the one diamond overcall that takes up no space whatsoever should generally be reserved for hands that have got a reasonable number of points in them, have a reasonable strength to them, and therefore Rodwell was not, didn't like to take a unilateral sacrificial bid?
In ideal world, yes, then one diamond should show values, but it doesn't for everyone. I mean, wouldn't you get in with ace, queen, jack to five and out? I know some would.
Well, I would, yes. So I'm not sure that I'm espousing the theory. I'm just trying to make sense of what seemed like a very conservative set of actions by Rodwell, particularly non-vulnerable against vol.
Or in this case, king, queen, jack to five and out. Then you may argue, well, if you have a hand like this, maybe you should overcall two diamonds if your system allows you to. Although you only have five cards, if you have a strong five-card suit and nothing else. then there's a case for that. I agree.
Well, as the spectator has pointed out, if you take a look at board 3, which was exactly the same vulnerability in the same auction, Rod will overcalled one diamond with 5 to the king, queen, jack, 10 and an outside jack, which no one made any remark about.
North-South could have taken 4 spades 2 down at the other table after the lead of the jack of hearts, but they did not. So flat board it was. He is roughing this.
And I guess he's going to take another roughing finesse by playing the 10 of spades. No?
He was hoping to do that later, hoping that hearts would break.
Oh.
Because if they are not, I mean, he's down more or less, isn't he? Although there is a club position that allows him to get out for one loser, obviously. Well, there are more than one.
Yeah, the classic situation would be on a 10 double, on a 10 doubleton with South, and that can be picked up. This is not looking so good now for him when South plays the 2 of clubs.
Well, it's not difficult for Mac to see that this contract can only go down if partner has the ace of diamonds. Queen of hearts and a diamond trick. He knows clubs are high now.
Yep, it's one down. We'll take the Queen of Hearts to rip out declarer's last trump. Then he can do what he likes.
And maybe he did already.
So the other table on board 5, they did get to game once again because of the hard bidding. The hard bidding told West all he needed to know.
So how did it go? One club double, one heart?
Well, one club double, one heart, 2 spades, which was quite a bid. 3 hearts, and then a very, very easy 4 spade bid for 11.
Mm. So East-West can't make much here. In hearts, what can North-South make in spades?
Also not much.
Cannot make 4 spades now.
Oh, that puts it to East, doesn't it? Nope. Passed in a flash.
When fixed, stay fixed. 5 heart. Wow, no. I think most people will lead the Queen of Clubs from the West Hand with a diamond away from the King Jack. Said yesterday and the day before, Norwegians are fearless.
Well, at least he didn't swing the ace of spades. That would have been unfortunate. Obviously a matter of taste.
Yes, if David Bird had been here, he would have given on why the Queen of Clubs stands out a mile. Your books, right, Bill?
I do, and they're highly recommended. And despite the fact that they're late to simulations, they're very readable as well.
So is this too good for a multi-two diamonds?
I was about to ask. It's going to be 2 diamonds or 2 spades. I would bid 2 diamonds. Looks pretty trashy to me. So there you go.
Excellent. So there you go. It shows 2 to 7, right?
Mhm. This is tricky for South. He thinks West has probably got spades, but I don't think he can afford to pass just in case West passes with hearts. And he's gone for an interesting two-note trump bid. Interesting and highly effective.
Yes, but he has to go up with the ace here.
Oh, I think he will.
Yeah.
You're right. Certainly. Spade and switch would take the first 5 tricks. But I don't think there's a lot of value in ducking. I mean, ducking protects in some way against some sort of bad break in diamonds, but opens up some risks.
Remember that 2 diamonds can be 5 cards, so spades could have been 5-3. No, he's just diamonds. And 9 tricks it will be when hearts don't break. Unless he parts with a diamond of heart, of course.
Well, it was a good bid, wasn't it? Because if he'd bid 3 diamonds, I'm not convinced that Rodwell would have moved. In fact, I think pretty convinced he would have passed, even though he's got stoppers in both majors. His other winning option, I guess, was to pass 2 hearts, risky though it was, and then take out double of 2 spades.
Yes, or you... I think he did very much immediately. Not because he was afraid the 2 hearts passed, because it is likely that West has 8, right? But I don't think he can get it across if he waits. Say it goes 2 diamonds, 2 hearts pass, 2 spades pass to you. Now how do you get to 3 no trumps now? Are you going to bid 3 spades now? Asking part stop.
Absolutely not. I mean, the whole point is you don't know who's got the strength. East might be much stronger than what he was. So if you do take that attack, you're going to double attack. But that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get to the winning 3-no trump contract. That's for sure. He did very, very well.
Well, maybe it would have been more helpful for East if partner had discarded some hearts. How is he knowing that he should hold on to all his 4 hearts? I know we're talking about 1 over trick, but still.
Presumably partners encourage clubs, so it might behoove East to hold on to the hearts. I think the reason West is holding on to his hearts is he's worried about heart ace. He follows heart to the king, and then he doesn't follow, and that marks a finesse against partner's hypothetical jack 4th. And that's why he's trying to hold on to all his hearts. I mean, if it is like that, then declarer's only got 8 tricks, right? If declarer didn't have the sorry, because if he's got the queen of hearts, nope, to cancel that comment. I think he's just holding on to the hearts in case partner's got the queen of hearts and there's a two-way finesse position, remembering that East-West are only interested here in beating the contract, not in holding the over tricks.
Okay, hand is over. 9 tricks. Meg probably asked the opponents, how do hearts split?
And the trump pass to West.
Yes, one of trump 16 in first, second and third, non-vulnerable. 15, 17 in third, vulnerable, and in fourth. You and I would have doubled with the West Hand because we play multi-landed, don't we? Or Woolsey, if you like, because Kit is here. The double would then show 4 cards in a major and a longer minor. So I assume 3 hearts is still pass and correct. Or pass or correct.
And this is a real tester because could East have doubled perhaps to sort of more of a takeout bid? So we'll see if West gets this right and takes it back to 3 spades, which I think is a making contract.
We'll never know.
No, so now we have to switch our attentions to 4 diamonds, which looks to be one off, losing a spade. Let's see if there's any accidents on the way to that result.
But it's the par result. Of course, you may argue that the par result is 4 diamonds doubled. That one.
Well, they've just got to keep their fingers off the hearts, right? And then they'll beat it. If he wants to play it uber safe, he'll switch to a trump here.
Yeah, but since you don't know which major to switch to, you just continue with partnering. or continue with a low club, rather. So much easier for partner to switch to spades, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't know what club position is. So he didn't continue clubs at all.
No. It turned out that the diamond was safe. So would a club have been, and so would a spade have been, just not hearts.
Well, these flat boards work two ways, I suppose.
Yeah, this is very flat because you have 27 high card points, and nothing bad can happen with this diamond position, with this heart position. No trumps is an easy make. They just need to get there. Remember, they play 2/1, the one spade by east. West isn't quite strong enough to force to game with two clubs, so he'll probably have to bid a no trump. So one spade, one, then two hearts, which I think is two diamonds for them, but you know what I mean. It will be two no trumps to show a max, don't you think? Three no? Just a guess.
Yep. It is definitely the 2/1 option.
$27 points, did I not say? Did I say 28? Really? I meant to say 27. If I did, I apologize. Because this, of course, at 2:15 a.m. here.
Trying to wrench some interest out of this hand. What would you lead as North? I would go with the diamond myself. I'll state my lead, and I just hope that Rodwell does as well.
I will lead a club. That's why we're not playing, Bill. We can't lead.
No, we're not playing because we're 3,000 or 4,000 miles away, Roland. Otherwise, we'd be in there and probably winning this match, I reckon, judging by the commentary.
It's not fourth best from your longest and strongest, but it is from your longest.
Yeah. I think North Naples, he's got the worst possible holding in everything, particularly the ace-third of spades. Normally, of course, you would lead that six of hearts, but the reason either Roland or I chose it was that it was a suit bid by dummy. Well, Declarer doesn't know it's all user-friendly, and he sees some danger in the club department. So he has to have a bit of a think of how to gather 9 tricks. Should he play on the diamonds or should he play on the spades?
Mm-hmm. How would you play?
Well, he's got entry difficulties as well.
Yeah.
No.
Not if you play on spades, you don't. Because
That's
then
right,
you play a spade to the king and come back with a heart and lead another spade up.
Yeah. That does seem to bank somewhat on the ace of spades being onside.
Well, something happened on board 7, where Schwartz gained 12 imps. 4 spades down 1 here. 4 spades making in the other room. How did it make? Did you go through the play?
One moment.
I believe the Queen of Clubs. And the spade.
Yeah, the crash. There was a lot of club and heart playing, and Declarer led the jack of spades from hand, and Levin went up with the ace. Kaboom.
It's our trick, partner.
Yeah, I think he made a mistake. Let's see now. He'd taken no tricks whatsoever, and there are only diamond tricks to be taken, so he needed partner to have the ace of diamonds. Looks like he made a pretty serious error.
No. Well, he can make it still. Sorry, Declarer can make it still, can't he? Even if West
I
doesn't
see.
go.
Yes, East was going to be stuck in with his honours.
Yes.
Oh, so the club lead that you and I extolled, Roland, was disastrous for a reason we didn't see. It gave Declarer the entry to strip out the clubs and the hearts and organise the end play. Wow.
Remember to tell David Bird when you see him. Only a diamond works.
I think a heart would have worked as well because it doesn't give the free entry into dummy. And a heart was a possible lead to doubles and heart. Well, that certainly breathes life into the match, doesn't it? And we're down to, what, 24 imps. Very manageable.
What did you do in the last set yesterday when you were alone? I presume.
I didn't do voice commentary, Roland. I don't think it could be anything worse than listening to somebody talk alone. So I just watched.
If this is really close after this set, I will stay up. If you want me to. Are you coming back?
Yeah, sure. Mhm.
But if the margin is 50 or 60, I won't. Oh, I used to do an all-nighter when I was younger in the beginning. Maybe Bill remembers. In the early days of Vugraph, 2002, 2003. Oh, I used to stay up all night when we had broadcasts from America. But that was 15 years ago when I was young and handsome. I believe two-note trump now shows 1920. They have a 1920 range and they have a 2021 range, depending on position. So this is two-note trumps, which it would be for everyone, I presume, now that you have 20. Now there you go. You see, 1920 in first, second and third non-vulnerable, 2021 third vol and fourth. So Rott will look for a major fit, find any, and 3 no, it will be. Any reason not to lead the 7 of spades or the 2 of spades if you play attitude leads? I don't think so. Just a normal lead.
Well, that's a pretty tight contract, isn't it?
It's definitely not laid down. That's true.
Well, he plays attitude leads, and it's a good thing too, because that 7 of spades might come in handy.
You find both diamond honors on side. You have an entry in clubs. So you probably play hearts from hand to set up 3 hard tricks. 3, 6, 7, 8. So he needs one more. That could come from diamonds with the king queen on, or from spades, as you said, David. Sorry, Bill. Wouldn't it be normal to play hearts now?
I think Boyer's going to duck this, I guess, to hold the position in spades. And certainly if he takes it, there'll be probably difficult for them to defeat it, because that will give three... Oh no, no. No, I'll take it back. He probably won't duck it.
And that's why I think he should have actually played hearts rather than spades. Let's say Boyer ducks this to the jack. Then he's down if he takes a heart with it.
No, it's only 4 tricks, but he's in trouble if he takes a heart. 2, 5... Oh no, I think he had to take it. And now, presumably, he'll...
But wait a... If West had followed small, so the 10 would win, then Declarer will have to play on diamonds from there. And would he do that?
No, he can just play on hearts. He'll lose 3 spade tricks in the king of hearts, but he'll get 2 spade tricks, 3 hearts, 3 clubs in the diamond.
Oh.
Interesting play, the 10.
That 3-note trump hand on board 8, where Max Frost did very well to get in with 2-note trumps over the multi. After... Yes, the multi by West. West didn't open in the other room. He was too weak for a weak 2. So when pass 1 club, South overcalled a diamond, normal enough. A spade from West, 1-note trump by North. Raised to 2. All pass.
It's pretty awkward, isn't it? I guess he's going to win and just knock out the heart at this point. He's still short on entries, that's for sure. It's a dummy. He's got 9 tricks, but it's not that easy to unravel them. He's got 2 spades, a diamonds is 3, 3 clubs and 3 hearts. But he hasn't got the seconds yet, even though it's available to him with the Jack 10 in dummy.
But he can create an extra entry, can't he? Low heart towards Queen 10. Either it's an entry now or later, the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, that seems to work.
So Lindquist will go switch back to clubs, and there you are.
Back where he started, having to manage the entries to dummy. Up with the king of clubs here.
Yeah. Because if he plays with diamonds to be 3-3, he'll be sorry. And he can't afford to duck another diamond. Then they have too many. I think he's still okay if he plays on hearts, because East has the fourth club.
Yes, I'm sure you're right. He's got entry problems, but so does the defenders. In fact, they're separated from each other's hands. So I think he will eventually make this, whatever he does.
He can afford well, because West has the king of hearts. And he has to play for that.
Yes. He has to play West for the king of hearts. I don't think he can take the heart finesse here and hope to make it. The end play. If West had thrown a heart on the on that ace of diamonds, it would have been a little more awkward. But the net result would have been the same. Declarer would have simply had to play hearts from his hand.
Wasn't it? It was an interesting hand. So 3-9 track coming with problems, especially on a diamond lead, but it may get a hard lead, of course.
Yes, that's another very interesting lead problem for North.
But is it enough for Declarer? Spade breaking. Can't take 4 club tricks. Diamonds wide open if they get in.
Yes, might not be enough. So he wins the heart and ducks the spade. Seems likely enough. Rodwell continues with another high heart, which he ducks. And I think he might have to switch to a diamond. Another possibility is South to overtake this. No. I guess he couldn't do that.
But I think you're right about the diamond switch needed now. provided that he guesses the queen of clubs, so he can get 3 club tricks.
Yeah, that's probably not a given. I honestly think he'll play the king of hearts. We'll see.
Oh, it's difficult to switch to a diamond, I agree. I mean, Declarer could easily have ace-jack.
You might. I mean, the passive defence here, whether or not you play a high heart at this point, is to play another spade. Accepting that Declarer is going to be able to set up 1 extra spade trick, but making him do the rest of the work himself. That will force Declarer to make pitches on the spades, and North is discarding after him. So I like the spade play here, even though apparently it doesn't work. But that's probably a function of knowing how to play the clubs from the double dummy perspective.
Yes, from Declarer's point of view, it looks like Rodwell had a difficult lead. He led a heart away from the king, that we know. Now he's thinking for ages.
So is a spectator suggesting that because he found the dangerous heart lead, he must have the queen of clubs as well, otherwise he would have made a passive club lead? Is that the line of reasoning, which I think is pretty doubtful?
No, it's not obvious. He could still have led a heart if he had 3 small clubs.
It's pretty much, in some ways, it's double dummy in the sense that South, from Rodwell's point of view, he's pretty sure that South has the queen of spades, and therefore there's only one other card he could have, which is a jack, a minor suit jack. He doesn't know which it is, so he has gone for the passive defence, and I think it's a good idea.
Asked, do top players play Smith Echo? The answer is yes. Both pairs do here.
Reverse Smith Echo. So theoretically, Mextroth's 6 of spades said he liked the lead. But here, where the position is clearly here, it's more doubtful. I think logically he does like the lead in that he doesn't really like any other suit much.
And since North-South, Rodwell Maxwell play everything reversed, they also play reverse Smith.
Anyway, it's a good defence. It's an underrated defence. Just going passive, not trying to beat the contract by playing suits. hoping for stuff. Let's try and play safe. I think it's an excellent defence, and I reckon it's going to work.
So do I. Does this defence indicate that North has the Queen of Clubs? I don't think so. It's suggested by two spectators that this defence points to the fact that North must have the Queen of Clubs. I don't think that. How about you, Bill?
No, I don't think North was ever likely to switch to a club, whether he had the Queen or not. If it is valid, it's a very, very small point. But having looked more deeply into this, I think Rodwell's done a good thing in not playing the Heart King, because there was every possibility that his partner's got a doubleton, and he's seen the situation where partner gets in with the fourth round of spades and can play a heart back through, declare as ace-9, and that will be very, very good for Rodwell. So really this does boil down to the club position. Roggeland has to guess where clubs is. And, he might get it right. It's kind of a two-way guess. He's got the entries, I think, to do it either way.
He has, that's true, but by doing so, he leaves one of the red suits wide open. But I suppose that's the price he'll have to pay.
Oh, yes. I mean, any club finesse is probably going to risk multiple tricks. But, possibly because this will be considerations, the extra 50-point under tricks. Basically, the bottom line here is he knocks out the spade loser, wins a red suit, and guesses the clubs.
On board 11, trumps also made in the other room, played by South. Difference was that declarer went up with the jack of spades at trick 1. And played off immediately. And then nothing could stop him from running tricks. So in the end, Gavin had to give him another spade trick. I'm asked, is Brogaland playing the second consecutive Vanderbilt final? I can't remember. I think I remember that Lavazza won last year with.
Could be.
But was that against a team with Brogaland on it? Someone will tell me shortly. No one's telling me, so maybe no one knows. Obviously, we can look it up, but not now. The answer is no. It's true that Lavazza won the event with Sia on the team. That I remember. It was against Kane, wasn't it? Kane. Yes, Kane Seaman. Lauria Versace. And the third pair then? Come on, Bill. Do something.
I have no idea, Roland. Sorry. I can't help you.
How long
Wes
are
has
you
lots
allowed
to think about.
think?
Sorry?
I'm asked, how long are you allowed to think? Well, in a final, you can think forever. They won't do anything. Samantha Tokai, the third pair on the Kane team last year. Michael Seaman sadly passed away recently, not many weeks ago. So that's why Jimmy Kane is playing with Alan Graves. Now I'm told Donati Tokai. Someone tells me Samantha Tokai. Doesn't matter. But it wasn't Brogaland. Now I'm asked, ultimately the contract depends on locating the Queen of Clubs? Yes, it does. Many interesting questions there. What happened to Fantoni? Nunes, haven't seen them for a while. It's true, they're barred, and I'm not going into that. Discarding a club. But that's a no thing, especially if you have something in the suit. So how do top players find out who has the key card? By their discards? Well, partly. And what they didn't do, what they did do. But here I don't think he knows anything about the Queen of Clubs. Do you, Bill?
No. It's kind of interesting because I think he's going to play another spade here, I think, and discard a red card. And then what will Mextroff play? Will he play a diamond or a heart? If Mextroff plays a heart, then he's got options. He can actually make it by going up with the ace, and no, I could be wrong there. Anyway, all right, here we are. Here we are at the guts of the situation. He's got to guess the clubs right now.
Yes, and if he does, he'll take the 10 tricks.
Because the queen will drop.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the operator is... okay, so he's played a heart, same position.
Yes, it is same position. Well, he can duck that for the time being. But it's still all about the Queen of Clubs.
Well, he can play a strip squeeze here as well. He could go up with the ace, cross to the King of Clubs and play the last spade. Well, yes, he can play a strip squeeze, but he's got no reason to think that that's going to work.
+1 in the other room, where North bared his Queen of Clubs at some point.
Okay, well, this could happen again. He's going to pitch a heart, or a club, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
There you go, he's bared it, and we're in the same position that Levin was in.
Exactly. And now he'll take 10 tricks as well.
If he guesses it.
If he guesses to go up. Levin did. Likely also determine whether I will stay up. I may stay up now, Bill.
Nice hand.
Very, very interesting hand.
Funny thing is, if Rodwell had kept his club control and come down to a singleton diamond on her, then he could have been end played with us. De Clercq could have gone across the diamond ace and exited with the heart. It looked to me like Boyer had a pretty reasonable read on the situation.
Yes, but it was a matter of the Queen of Clubs. Maybe not the way we expected it to be. Two spades open in the other room. That's a very heavy preempt, but of course vulnerable. You are allowed to have a maximum. Why not?
Well, it's a tight little spade game as well. Diamond lead. I guess ace of hearts, queen of hearts. That works. I'm not sure which way to bet this one. No. No.
Oh dear.
I imagine you're hoping that none of your students are watching this, Roland.
Well, actually, I hope they are.
They can learn not to make that lead, right?
Exactly. What was he playing for? Doubleton King?
Well,
Father's hand?
let's suppose three spades showed a heart shortage.
Understand that.
It's got to be something to do with the auction. I can maybe understand him not leading the singleton diamond, given that he's got King X of trumps, but it is hard to know why you would lead from that club suit rather than the hearts. So, as Al points out, perhaps three spades showed heart shortage, and that's what created the club lead. I still think it's an abysmal lead in theory, as well as obviously in practice.
Then again, any doubleton in partner's hand would be okay, right? He expects to get in with the king of spades and then give partner a ruff. Maybe that was his reasoning, hoping that clubs were 3-3 if partner didn't have the king.
Yeah, well, maybe so. But of course there are a lot of ifs in that sentence.
The good news for Lindquist is that the contract mate at the other table.
Mr. Clare took a very simple line of drawing trumps and getting extremely lucky in the suit.
Right. He retained the king of diamonds as an entry to the dummy, so he could enjoy the hearts. That's right. Yes, he'll get his king of spades now. But that's probably all he will get. Ace of hearts, queen of hearts. Possible slam now. If they get to 6 clubs, they'll make it. It's not a good slam, unless you think that a slam that makes is a good slam.
That's about 50-50, isn't it, Roland?
Yes, because of the nice club spots you mean, and you can rough 2 diamonds. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With a king jack of hearts wasted. Queen 10 9 clubs in your partner's hand, maybe queen 10 even, enough, and a doubleton diamond. 2. The 3 hearts won't excite Mac.
No, I think this is pretty flat. Certainly in their auction, they kind of had to preempt themselves a bit with the jump rebid.
Five clubs in the other room.
Well, 5 clubs is a bad contract. It's worse than 6 clubs because if the diamond finesse fails, you're at risk of going down in 5. If they should happen to lead a trump. But not to worry, I think it'll probably be a flat board.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe, yes. You mean 6, 6, 6, 20. You mean 420 versus 430, yeah.
Well, if they lead a trump against 5 clubs, then you'll make 6. Because you'll be stuck in dummy with nothing to do but play the diamond finesse. But if they lead a spade, say, then you probably should only make 5. Just play ace and another diamond and plan to rough your 2 diamonds with trumps.
Yeah. Double dummy, Mac could have made one more trick, but he didn't bother. It would be a strange play, but he can actually take 11 tricks, club to the dummy, and the king of hearts to knock out West's entry to the diamonds. Then East would be out of diamonds when he gets in with the queen of hearts. It's all double dummy. I'm just saying that you can take 11. So this is the last board of the 3rd quarter. Thanks again to Kate Aker, our operator in Kansas City. Thanks to the organizers, BBO, our listeners, Bill Jacobs, Al Hollander, maybe a few more doing the texts. Maybe I forgot one. Sleep well, I'm told, so I'm ordered to go to bed, Bill. What do you think?
Yeah, it's up to you, Roland.
That is the wish of the kibitzers, then surely I will go to bed. I sound tired. Well, that's funny. 3:25 in the morning.
Yeah, good killing lead there. Of course, Boyer realised that there was a strong hand with spades on his left. The only possible reasoning for West's auction, for left-hand opponent's auction. So he went elsewhere successfully.
Take a nap and get up for the last session. Thank you very much. A nap for 10 minutes? That won't help. It won't be 30 minutes. I mean, there will be they are on board 15 in the other room as well. So it won't be more than 15 after play finishes. No, I haven't got 1.5 hours. You got that wrong. This is a 4 segment. Don't count on what you see on the schedule page. They restart whenever they like, and that will be in roughly 15-20 minutes from now. So what about a compromise, Bill? I'll stay up and see what happens after like 5, 6, 7 boards, maybe. And if it's all over, then I leave.
Good plan.
Good.
Well, West is having a good old think about this, but let's see, it's gone ace of clubs, and then the 4 of clubs back, 7-8 from declarer. I think he probably knows from the count that declarer's got 4 and partner started with 5.
Yes, you know who has the jack. Could South have king, jack, 8-7?
I think he could, and that's why there's this pause. That would give partner ace-10, 5-4-2. So partner's playback is perfectly normal. Now he puts himself into Mextroth's position. If I had king, jack, 8-7, would I not stick the 8 in here, knowing that the finesse will probably lose, but end playing my left-hand opponent?
It's very interesting because he must continue clubs to defeat it.
Yes, he must, because declarer, as long as he plays the hearts well, can get 3 heart tricks, 3 diamonds, a 6, 2 spades and a club. But he won't be able to do that if the defence set up the club suit, because then East's fifth club will be the setting trick.
For hearts in the other room, however, will be rather difficult, won't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's only 3 losers, but I doubt that there's 10 winners. Anyway, well done by Boyer there, and I think that will finish Declarer.
8 of spades. What's going on? Am I sleeping already?
Yeah, that doesn't seem likely, does it?
No. Undo accepted. Yeah. Kate is tired as I am.
Oh, I see what's happened.
Oh. So he didn't find the club.
What's the situation here? Why can't he win this and play the Queen of Clubs? Because East will get squeezed.
Yes, it's too late now.
East will have to throw away his club winner to hold hearts, and then he'll get thrown in with it to lead away from the Queen 10x of hearts. Well, I think West should probably stay off the club, stay true to his read that Declarer might have King Jack left, and just perhaps play third diamond. That's one of the reasons he might have got this right in at trick 3 was that if declarer did have the king jack of clubs left rather than the king 10, he was going to be continually facing this problem when he got in with the ace of diamonds or a spade or whatever. So just go for it at the start, because if declarer's only got king 10, then you've probably got a beat.
Well, yeah, but that's too late now. We can see, of course, now that time is not an issue. They've been playing for 2 hours and 35 minutes. They still haven't played 15 boards. That wouldn't have been allowed at international championships, but they don't seem to care in USA. And in a final where they're slow at both tables, then they can't really do anything. So they can play if they want to. So the last diamond, as Bill said earlier, to the 9 will squeeze east.
Well, the spade is the squeeze play.
Yep.
This is the one doesn't work. Good play. He's got an 10 of clubs. That would have worked, because now the spades are good.
Yes, he knew what was coming. So I think this will be a swing. I don't think 3-4 hearts will make it in the other room. But we won't know until we see it, or unless we go there to see it. So Bill and I will be back in like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, can I have lunch? Okay, see you soon.
See you.